Our focus today is on families and the struggle in this difficult time. We have the pleasure of chatting with Ahmed Hussen, Minister for Families, Children and Social Development. Welcome, Minister.
Thank you so much. Buongiorno.
Minister, thank you for your time. We're living in a difficult time, and we understand that with the new fall economic statement, help is on the way for families, especially families with children.
Absolutely. Number one, we will obviously boost the Canada Child Benefit. The fall economic statement stated that next year, 2021, families will receive $1,200 for families who have children who are already receiving the Canada Child Benefit and who are under the age of 6. So for children who are under the age of 6, they will receive $1,200 for the year, and this is for families who are earning who are earning less than $120,000. For families earning more than $120,000, they will receive $600 per child for the year 2021. So that's the first help we are providing families. The second thing we're doing is something that parents and especially women who have children have been waiting for a really long time, which is access to affordable and high quality childcare. So I can speak a little bit more about that if you like.
Yeah, of course. Childcare is a very important issue for many families, especially for those workers that are planning to go back to work.
That's right. So for childcare in September, in the speech from the throne, we indicated that our government will move to establish a national system of early learning and childcare that is both affordable but also uh, has high quality outcomes for the children. So in the fall economic statement, our government is investing in the foundational pieces to ensure that we build that national system. As you know, building a national system of affordable and quality childcare is a long-term project. It's not something that you can do in a few months. And so the first thing we have to invest in is to make sure that we have the teachers. You cannot have more spaces and more childcare if you do not have the early childhood educators. So what you heard on Monday in the fall economic statement was a commitment by our government to invest $420 million to retain, recruit, and incentivize more early childhood educators. The second thing that we will invest in is $20 million over the next 5 years to establish a government of Canada early learning and childcare secretariat, which will provide federal leadership in this file.
Minister Hussen, another very important issue for many Canadians is their probably what I call the most important investment in many people's lives.
Yes.
I'm talking about buying a new home, maybe the first home. Is help on
Yeah.
the way?
Yes, there is. In the last mandate, we introduced something called the first-time homebuyer incentive, where the government of Canada would provide 10% of the value of a home to a first-time homebuyer in the form of a down payment. But that program was limited to homes that were valued at $500,000 or less. So in that program, if a first-time home buyer is buying a home for $500,000, the government of Canada would provide them with $50,000 in the form of a down payment, and the government would essentially own 10% of the equity of that home. Now, we heard from Canadians living in the Greater Toronto Area, the Greater Vancouver area, and Victoria that the program as it is now is not working for them because obviously property prices in Toronto and the Greater Toronto Area and Vancouver are much higher than $500,000. So what we said in the fall economic statement is that we will go back to that program and make it work for the financial realities of people living in the Greater Toronto Area, the Greater Vancouver area, and Victoria.
Minister, we want to keep a positive attitude during this difficult time. What's your message to Canadians?
My message is that COVID-19 will not be with us forever. We already see light at the end of the tunnel. We see some promising candidates for vaccines. And Canada, as a country, has bought the most doses of vaccines compared to any other country. Over 400 million doses that Canada has pre-purchased. And we have 7 candidates of vaccines that we have pre-purchased doses. So that works out to more than 10 doses per Canadian. And out of those 7 promising candidates, 4 of them are being tested in Canada. And already Health Canada is commenting on the availability of some of those 4 vaccines. And once those vaccines become once Health Canada determines that those vaccines are safe, we will move very quickly to deliver them and distribute them to every Canadian so that people will be vaccinated. So that is why the fall economic statement was also about building for the future, because we will get out of COVID and rebuild our economy. And the plan is working. Our plan so far that has supported workers and businesses and families, it is working. 80% of the jobs that we lost early in the pandemic have been recovered in Canada. 80% of those jobs have come back, whereas only 50% of the jobs that the United States lost have come back. So our plan is working better than any other country, and we'll continue to invest in people, we'll continue to invest in businesses, we'll continue to support those who have to stop working because of COVID-19. And we'll continue to support families.
Minister Hussen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Grazie.